Hello, big girls. It's your girl Brenda. I'm coming to you today with a new video. And yes, it is me. You can see that I have taken my braids out and I'm back to my real hair. So, yes, it's me. It's Brenda. Hi. Um, anyway, as promised, I'm doing another cooking video. And today I'm actually going to do a full meal from start to finish. I'm going to call this a Sunday dinner, but you can really do this any night of the week. But today happens to be Sunday. This is what I'm going to serve my family, so we're going to call it Sunday dinner. And to that end, we are going to do braised chicken thighs that we are going to serve with Brussels sprouts over egg noodles. We're actually going to turn the braising liquids into a sauce to pour over the chicken and the noodles, and then we're going to finish it up with a cheesecake, or rather a cheese pie. So to that end, let me go ahead and do my normal disclaimer. I'm not a chef. I'm not a professional cook. I just like to cook. I like to eat. I usually post, pictures and crap on my personal Facebook page, and I have a few people that have been screaming for me to start doing this because I do it so often. So here I am. It's all in good fun, and if there's anything that you find useful, feel free to go with it. Feel free to put your own spin on it, and if you put your own spin on it, let me know what it is. So yeah, let's get started and have some fun. I'm actually going to start with dessert. Okay, so again, we're making a cheese pie. You may want to call it a cheesecake, but we're actually putting it in a pie tin, so I'm going to call it a pie. And of course, we're going to start with cream cheese. To that, we're going to add some sugar, some eggs, a little bit of flour, some flavorings, and we're going to go ahead and pour it into the crust. So I'm just going to tilt my camera down. And as you can see, I've already started breaking down my cream cheese. I'm actually just doing it all by hand. You want your cream cheese to be at room temperature so that it's easy to handle and it's pliable. So you can see I've already started kind of just whipping it by hand to get it to break down and soften a little bit. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add my sugar. I have a half a cup of sugar here. I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And just whisk that around until it's completely incorporated. Okay, next we're going to add our eggs. We're doing 2 eggs, and we're going to add those one at a time. Ooh. All right, so there is the first one. Just put that in the garbage. All right. And try to scrape down the sides of the bowl as much as you can. You don't want to miss those little bits that get on the side of the bowl. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add our second egg. All right, you can see that's completely incorporated. Okay, and next, we're going to add some flavorings, but I can't remember what I did with my measuring spoons. Hold on one second. Here we go. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now this is that good vanilla. I got it from Mexico the last time that I went. I feel like I sound like Minnie from The Help, but it is that good Mexican vanilla. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of this. All right, here's 1. And there's 2. Okay, let me put this out of the way. Okay, and then next, we're actually going to add a little bit of lemon extract. Now you can also add a couple of splashes of fresh lemon juice. If you've got a fresh lemon lying around, you can squeeze a little bit of lemon in there. You can also add lemon zest. You can add all 3 if you like, extract, juice, and zest. But I'm going to add a teaspoon of lemon extract because I actually forgot to pick up fresh lemons when I was at the store yesterday. But this will work just fine. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour, and that's going to help it just kind of bind all this together and help it give it that nice creamy texture that you want in your cheesecake. So we're going to go ahead and just mix all of this together. Again, just kind of scrape on the sides of the bowl to make sure we get all the little bits. All right, so you can see it's nice and creamy. This is exactly what you want it to look like. It's a little loose, but that's okay because it's going to firm up when you bake it, and then it'll continue to firm when you chill it. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this into our pie tin. Just grab a spatula. Okay. So you can see here, I've got a graham cracker crust. This is pre-made, bought it at the store. It's just a 10-inch deep dish graham cracker crust. Again, it's already pre-made. You can get them down in your baking aisle at the grocery store. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get this poured in there. Okay, now it's looking a little bit shallow and like there's not enough. This is actually exactly what you want because we're gonna top it later and you don't want the toppings to spill over. So this is actually perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this bad boy in the oven. We're gonna go 350 for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna chill it for about 3 hours, and then we're going to top it with blueberry pie topping. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and pause the video at this point, and then we will come back to this a little bit later on. Be right back. Okay, girls, so I'm back, and we're actually gonna go ahead and get started on the chicken. Now I'm sure you can hear the sizzle. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera around so you can see exactly what it is I'm doing. Okay, let's try this again because I've been having some issues. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got my chicken going, and what I've been doing is just trying to brown the tops a little bit, just to give it a little bit of color, because you don't want to, you know, be biting into pale, anemic looking chicken. All right, so that's pretty much where we want it. And then over here, we've got some aromatics going. All right. So right now we've got some fresh onion, some green pepper. There's some celery in here. You can see big old hunks of carrots in here. You can see through the through the steam. And there's also some mushrooms in here. Okay, and then we've also got a couple of cloves of garlic. And then I also added some oregano. And then I also added some basil and some thyme, some ground sage. I'm also going to add my handy dandy smoked tomato spice. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I love this stuff. I'm going to add some of that. And then I've also added a little salt and pepper to this. All right, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to come over to our chicken. And we're going to add our chicken into this pot with the aromatics. Now this is a Dutch oven, and I could have started and did the chicken in the Dutch oven too, but I actually prefer not to do that because I find that in trying to brown the chicken, it actually sticks to the bottom. So I like to start my chicken in a different pan and then transfer it over to the Dutch oven. And you can see that chicken is nowhere near cooked, and that's okay because it's going to continue to cook here in this pot. So what we're also going to do now is we're going to add some white wine. Okay, you can see here I've got just some cheap Chardonnay. This is like $3 a bottle. We're going to go ahead and add some of that. All right, and you can hear it kind of just raising the pan there, which is exactly what we want. And it's steaming up a little bit, that's okay. All right, and then we're also going to add, ooh, a little steamy. Then we're also going to add some chicken stock. And you want to add enough so that it just kind of just barely covers the chicken. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna get that down in there really good. Okay, and then last but not least, we're gonna add some bay leaves. I like to add about 3. All right, bay leaf is gonna give it just a nice earthy spice. Well, not really spicy, but a really nice earthy, rich flavor. And we're just gonna let this go for a little bit. And like I said in my previous video, later we're gonna take the braising liquid and we're actually gonna blend it out and turn it into a sauce. But for right now, we're actually gonna go ahead and put the lid to the Dutch oven on this. And we're gonna let this go for about 2 hours. We're just gonna keep it here stove top. I'm gonna turn my stove down. Actually, I'm gonna leave it so it comes up to a boil. And then I'm gonna turn it down to about medium-low. And then we'll be all set. So I'll be back to you shortly. Okay, so we're coming back to our pie. As you can see, our cheese pie is baked and it is out of the oven. And you can see that it's risen a little bit, so it's filled out what looked like it was like it was not filled quite enough in the pie tin. But as you can see, it's puffed up a little bit, which is exactly what we want. So now I'm going to go ahead and top it. Okay, it hasn't been chilled yet. It's literally just fresh out of the oven. We're going to go ahead and top it with our canned blueberry topping. Okay, now, yes, you can make your own blueberry topping. And yes, I have made my own blueberry topping before, but I wanted to make this as easy and accessible as possible to those who may not cook on a regular basis or who are maybe just trying, getting into cooking really for the first time and starting to experiment. And I wanted to, just try to keep this as simple and as easy and as no fuss as possible. So as you can see, I'm just spooning this on and I'm spreading it out. All right. Ooh. Get a little bit of a mess over here. Okay. All right, so that's it. You just want to spoon it on top, and you can put as much as you want. You can do a nice thick layer of it if you want. You can do as thin as you want. I mean, really, this is up to you. And you don't. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the meal. We're going to go ahead and prepare our Brussels sprouts, and then I'm also going to turn that braising liquid into a sauce. So, in continuation. Okay, you see our Brussels sprouts have been blanching. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and scoop them out of the blanching pot. I'm going to just try to let them drain a little bit. I'm going to put them in to our saute pan, or frying pan, whatever you want to call it. Right now we're going to call it a saute pan. I'm going to turn that heat down just a little bit because it's too high. Okay. And what I did was these are fresh Brussels sprouts that I have, and then I blanched them. And blanching just basically means you put them in some salted boiling water for about 3 to 5 minutes. You just want them to tender up a little bit. When they turn this nice bright green like they are right now, it's pretty much where you want them. And then they'll continue to tenderize a bit in the cooking process. I don't like my Brussels to be super hard. I like them to have a little bit of texture, but I don't like them to be hard. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and salt these. Yeah, plenty of salt on the Brussels. And then we're also going to add a little bit of black pepper. We have plenty of black pepper also. And We're also going to add a little bit of minced garlic. Get my little spoon here. Okay, so adding some minced garlic in here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and toss that around. Make sure they get nice and coated. Okay, and then I'm also going to add some butter. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of real butter. Just going to let that melt a little bit, and then we're going to toss them around. Okay, now, while that's melting, I'm going to come over to our chicken pot. Now, our thighs and our vegetables are done cooking, so I'm actually going to come in here and remove the thighs. Now, if you remember before, I put in some bay leaf. I already removed the bay leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and remove our thighs for now. Okay, you can see they maintained that nice caramelized color from when I browned them before. Alright. Get that little piece snuck off the bone. When it starts falling off the bone, you know they're perfectly cooked. Definitely want them to be falling off the bone. That means they're nice and tender. Alright, and you can see now my vegetables are nice and tender. My little tongs are going right through these carrots. That's exactly what we're looking for. Alright, so we're going to come back to that in just a moment. Alright, but my Brussels are looking good. That butter's nice and melted. I'm actually going to turn the heat all the way off and just let it do a little carryover cooking because that stovetop is still hot. And we're just going to make sure that these are good and coated with all that salt and that pepper and that garlic and that real butter. And that's it. And sometimes with Brussels I'll make it with like chopped bacon and some onion, but I thought that might be a little much for our meal today. So I'm keeping it simple with just some butter, some garlic, and some salt and pepper. And there you have it. These beautiful, fresh Brussels sprouts sauteed with a little bit of olive oil, butter, salt, pepper, and fresh minced garlic. And that is it. Okay, now we're going to come over to the fun part. I'm actually really excited because I get to use my new toy. I bought a new submersion blender, and I've not used it yet, so this will be the first time that I'm using it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here, and I'm going to blend all this together. All these vegetables. Blend it out. This was carrots and mushrooms and celery and onions, fresh bell pepper. There's about 4 cloves of garlic in here. You can see it's getting nice and thick. That's from those vegetables being blended into the liquid here. That's exactly what we're looking for. Make sure I got all the little chunks. I think I still see some, so I'm going to come back in there, give it another once over. Okay. Think we are good. Now, this is going to need just a little bit more by way of seasoning. So we're going to do really quick. Just want to taste it and see where our profile is right now. Okay, so it needs a little bit of heat. Need something just to give it a little punch. So I'm going to add just a dash of cayenne. Okay, you can see. Red pepper, cayenne pepper, I'm just going to do a little dash. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little bit of cumin. If I can get it to come out. Alright, our cumin's being a little shy. There we go. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to come back to my favorite. I'm going to add some more of my smoked tomato. Alright, let's give that a stir. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, I'm going to put our chicken back in. Let those flavors incorporate into our chicken. And that piece actually just came right off the bone. And that, my friends, is it. Okay, so I will take a picture, the finished product, and post it along with the video. But there you have it. Braised chicken thighs. We turned the liquid into a sauce. We got our Brussels sprouts. Okay, and then it's going to be served over egg noodles. And then to finish off, we have our beautiful cheese pie that we're going to serve later for dessert. So, hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to inbox me on Facebook. You can also email me at biggirletiquette@gmail.com. You can comment on the YouTube thread. And that's about it. So, enjoy. Happy Sunday.